Are 1 hour molar root canals possible or impossible? This is Paul, Dr. Not So Good, and I'm here with my good friend, Dr. Aaron Nicholas. He is a dentist, and he's going to share with us how he helps you decrease stress with endo and crowns. Dr. Nicholas, thanks for being here with us. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
So you do something pretty amazing. You know, dentists are looking to improve their root canal skills, their crown skills. What does your course, actually, what inspired you to do this course? What inspired you to create this content?
So the thing that inspired me to create it was that I've been doing molar root canals since I got out of school.
What year was that?
1987.
Oh, nice. You've been dentist, so there's 13 plus 8. So you're a seasoned age dentist. You're sad. Yeah. I'm still a medium age dentist. I'm a mad.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I got out and, I started to practice from scratch. And so I kind of needed to keep everything in house. And I had insisted when I was in dental school that they let me do one. I can't say assisted. I had asked to do a molar, and they told me, well, if you can find one with really straight roots, we'll let you do it. And I think the reason they let me do it was because I kept coming down and going, how about this one? How about this one? How about this one? And eventually they're like, okay, do that one. And so the endo resident that I worked with said, if you get into one of these and you just can't get the whole thing done, just do it one canal at a time. And it's no different than 3-1 rooted teeth. So she kind of encouraged me. So
I like that just to interject. I love when anyone does anything for me, whether it's using this StreamYard platform, implants, to just simplify a complex thing. So I think that's great that she basically had a whole mindset shift for you. Instead of thinking of this molar, just think of 3-1 rooted teeth. All right, cool.
And it's like, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to be able to do these things.
Right.
I didn't know they were supposed to be complicated. I'm like, it seems like 3-1 rooted teeth to me. I don't get it. So I got out and I was doing that and got pretty proficient at it. And I am the kind of person where I'm always looking for, how do I make it simple? How do I make it straightforward? How do I have steps that are the same all the time? And so I had gotten to that point with molar root canals. And then eventually I had some things that happened that made me start prepping the crown the same day. A patient that we'd finished her root canal, I waited a week because I was told to wait a week. And the next week she's like, it's got a little sore. And then I looked in there and she had split right down the middle.
That's it. I want to interject as a dentist of 19 years. You're like, get your root canal done, but don't eat anything hard until you do the crown, right? Because I've had the poignant problem, and I really feel for the patient. It's just it's just bad timing when they come in and say, like you said. So you now have put together content that will help people do a molar root canal and crown on the same day.
Right.
Cool.
So I mean, let's face it. If you're an average, if you are average at doing root canals, your success rate is 90+%.
Yeah.
Why would you wait a week? Let's just sit down and get that done. So I had all that going, and then I would talk to friends, and they were like, "Not molars down the road. Don't want to do it. Don't even really like anteriors, but molars absolutely not. I mean, it's not that."
One thing I want to also add in this moment, because talking is, dentists say, "Oh, I'll do anterior root canals." There aren't that many anterior root canals, because I would say there's 3 reasons you need a root canal. You get decay into the nerve of the tooth, right? Mm-hmm. You get an old nerve that has died, right? Or you get trauma. And most anteriors are fortunately from trauma, which then sometimes makes the root canal even more of a challenge and more complex. So that's why I would say, if you're watching this, molar root canals make up a lot of the root canals.
Right. And if you're starting in practice or growing in practice, you're doing a lot of emergency work. Emergency work is root canals, usually molars. And extractions, usually surgical, because the tooth's all decayed down, to the bone and that kind of thing. So those 2 skills, super important.
Awesome. So you've taken your experience, and what have you created for the dental world? I know you're doing this now. You have online content, you have in-person courses. We're going to collaborate with more dental nodules. Stay tuned for a webinar coming up. But tell us, if someone's watching right now and they say, hey, I want to learn from you, how can they do that?
Well, obviously they can contact me. We have, like you said, online courses. We have some hands-on courses. And probably the number one thing that people want to learn about is the 1 hour molar root canal crown. It's like it takes about an hour of doctor time once you kind of get the steps down and are used to it, to be able to go through your part of the root canal, and then your assistant's going to do some other pieces.
Awesome. Let's put up Aaron's text code up here. Text Aaron to 215-543-6454. So you've been doing these courses, and I always like success stories. And I always I love seeing. So tell us, what's the impact of some of these dentists who come to, whether it's your facility in Maryland, you guys do stuff in Denver, somebody wants to sign up. What's that experience going to be on that one day they're going to be there?
So the day they're going to be there, they're going to come in. I lecture in the morning. We talk about the truths and myths of root canal therapy versus what the market is out there telling you, because they want you to buy stuff. We do hands-on in the afternoon with extracted teeth. Awesome. We also run an ROI challenge, because dentists are famous for taking courses and not implementing. So I want you to implement, and I want you to contact me if you're having problems. So the ROI challenge is when you have done enough of this kind of therapy that it's paid for your course, which is usually 1 to 2.
Yeah.
Then I want you to send me a pic of the last one, say ROI, give me your physical address, I'll send you a gift.
Oh, I love that. I love that so much because you're talking to a mad and a sad here. And I totally get it. You think, am I going to invest $3,000 in this thing? But, if you just look at this as an ROI, just doing a few root canals pays for it. And then you have the skills forever. You can make people happier. You can improve your own morale. You see now whether it's with DSOs, multiple group practices, you need to find a niche inside of practices to offer something that maybe other people don't offer, so you can help people. So if you're an associate that, out there and you say, hey, I can do some of my own root canals, not only do you start to make more money, your morale goes up, and I'm sure you see that.
Sure, yeah, and well, the average time for ROI is 7 to 10 days.
Right.
I had one girl that got back the very first day. The very first appointment was an emergency, and she did a 4-rooted second molar root canal crown, which is just crazy. And her boss then sent me a text going, this is amazing. She did really great. She didn't want to come to the course, but she did great because they
dentists who didn't want to do something but was glad they did it later. Very on brand for dentists. That's what we do a lot. I don't want to go to the gym. I came from the gym. Now I'm glad I went to the gym. We're going to wrap up in a few minutes, but I just want to share with you too. Sometimes I forget. I'm sitting in Center City, Philadelphia. You're in Maryland. My office is in New Jersey. One of the things I forget that I want to bring to light is not every dentist practices where there's a bunch of endodontists around. Not every dentist practices. I forget that. I can refer to oral surgeons, endodontists, prosthodontists with no problem in North Central New Jersey. But I did a poll once and I said, how often do you refer to a prosthodontist? Someone wrote back, my nearest prosthodontist is 4 hours away. So, I think what you're doing is such an amazing service for these dentists that their patients look at you and say, why can't you do it, doc?
Yeah. I mean, the other thing too is, you start doing dentistry and you go, I don't want to do single tooth dentistry, so let's do quadrant dentistry. It's like, oh, I can do quadrant dentistry except for that molar root canal and except for that thing and except, it's like, no, you need to be able to do all those things. You can sit down. It's much more profitable. It's easier for the patient. It's one injection. Life overall.
And also, we were at the networking event last night, and if I sent someone on a scavenger hunt for margaritas, they wouldn't give up, right? But patients lose momentum easily. So if you say, go to see the endodontist, not every root canal is intense pain, right? Some of it's like, so they go, oh, I forgot to do that. I go, well, no one told you to forget to do this, right? So I think that when you can capitalize on the momentum in a responsible way in your office, patients move forward. And, with the busyness, I also think in this COVID influence world that we're still in, the more you can get done in one visit, the better it is for everybody.
Yeah, and for even just for busy mothers, it's like you've got to schedule the babysitter, or you've got to schedule to take the kids, or it's like making that appointment's a big deal. And you probably found the same thing in your practice. Like as soon as you start doing implants, all of a sudden they'll accept implants.
Exactly.
Whereas before it's
a confidence inside you. And what I also want to share, because I like to, I love this conversation, is this also helps you become a better referrer because it's tough. You know how to talk about it. You know how to say to your patient, hey, this wisdom tooth extraction that's horizontally impacted is not one we can handle here. Here's the why. This molar root canal has challenges, that aren't for us. And I think that it's just a win for your local endodontist too, because you're going to get to them the right cases. So Aaron, tell us one more time how people could reach out to you if they're just watching this, and we're excited to collaborate with you at Dental Nachos.
Sure. You can reach out to me at Monday Morning Dentistry, www.mondaymorningdentistry.com. Or you can actually send me a text. And I always give out the number. It's never been abused. So it's 410-207-3527. And you can text me and you'll get a response.
Awesome. And Nachoverse, stay tuned for an upcoming webinar. It's going to be free, your favorite price. I know you love free dentists, right? I know you'd like us to pay you to take the webinar. We're not there yet, but it's going to at least be free. Coming soon with Dr. Aaron Nicholas. Thanks so much, guys.
All right. Thank you.